in. I'm coming in a home that has we are 12.
12 children.
Yeah,
Oh my
12 children
goodness.
plus 2 parents on top, which
What?
all together we are 14 in the same house, whereby the only breadwinner was my dad.
Wow.
At the same time, he was able to manage all of us.
Sure.
I'm not coming from a privileged family.
Yes.
That for sure I can say.
Yeah. Yeah. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Label line with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest. Label line with the podcast. Teach you lesson cause I got class. Label line with the impact. You be lying, that's a real fact. Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Label line with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest.
Welcome to the Lebu Lion Show, where we talk all things marketing, brand building, business, mindset, and sometimes pop culture. I'm your host, Lebu Lion, known as the voice of marketing, and I'm so excited for today's episode because, ladies, this one is for you. Gents, I've always got you covered, but today we're speaking specifically to the ladies because we're talking all things getting your money right, living the life that you want and having the audacity to chase your dreams. And that's something that you guys know I'm very, very passionate about. Today's guest is a living testament of that, because not only does she do that, but she's also doing it at such a young age. And I think that's something to note. It's not easy having courage. It's not easy being a woman, and having those two things whilst being so young is something to celebrate. But before we go into this conversation, I want us to do the things that we always do on this podcast, which is like, share, subscribe, do all the things that get people to love this podcast, talk about it, and share the valuable information that we have for African people, because we know that knowledge is the building tool to help us get to where we're trying to go. Now, I don't want to keep going into the introductions and everything. I want us to start this conversation because I think we're going to learn a lot from it. And ladies, at the end, we've got something for you that we'd like you to be part of that I think is going to really help you change your mindset about what it means to empower yourself. But without further ado, you guys know how we do on this podcast. We do not introduce our guests. They introduce themselves. So Tiran, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. So shy. Tiran the Goat, that's her social media handle. Doesn't that mean somebody who's very confident? Tell us where Tiran the Goat comes from.
Tiran the Goat comes from one of the biggest academies I was working with. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's FX Goat actually. Mm-hmm. It's one of the biggest academies. Everyone's name had the goat at the end. The goat.
See.
So besides even that, even after I'm no more working with the team or we went part ways, it's still there because goats is just greatest of all times.
There you go.
So I'm just the best of all time.
And for people who don't know this lovely woman who's the greatest of all time, tell them who you are and what you do.
All right, so everyone, my name is Thobeka Ndlovu, yet known as Tiran the Goat. I'm coming all the way from KZN, yet currently residing in Joburg due to my career choice. And yeah, I'm a trader.
I'm a trader. On your social media platforms, you say you're one of the best traders.
I'm the best.
What gave you the confidence to be able to make that kind of statement?
Okay, it's because I can say confidently that I have no competition when it comes to this industry. We don't have much. That. We don't have much women here, so yes. I can say I have no competition. So that's what gave me the audacity and the confidence for me to say I'm the best of all times.
I love
in this
that.
industry, and only for me at my age, 21 years. So I'm just the best.
I mean, you look, I'm a social media person. I love social media. I teach about it. So I'll always look at my guest social media platforms. And I remember going through yours and thinking, I know this girl. I've seen some of her content and I follow her content. You've made a lot of life choices that are not conventional, right? And I want to almost go back into your childhood and ask you, how did you grow up and what made you the kind of person who keeps going against the grain?
Okay. So, as I said, I'm coming all the way from KZN. In me coming all the way from KZN, I'm coming in a home that has we are 12.
12 children.
Yeah,
oh my
12 children
goodness.
plus 2 parents on top, which
What?
all together we are 14. in the same house, whereby the only breadwinner was my dad.
Wow.
At the same time, he was able to manage all of us.
Sure.
I'm not coming from a privileged family.
Yes.
That for sure I can say. And yeah, I always said to myself, I'll change the situation. It wasn't a bad situation, but at the same time, I was just like, I want to do something for my parents, just to make them proud.
Okay.
Because with my mom and dad, it's only me, but the rest, it's their born. It's my mom's brother's kids that my mom took very young and then put them in school, university. They are all actually older than me. So that just brought something in my mind that, okay, if my parents are able to take care of my siblings like this, even if they're not like blood, because it was a mere fact of that I can't get whatever I want just because. So in that being said, whatever I wanted, as much as they are my biological parents, it should start from them than me. So they raised us equally in a point that, okay, I was like, okay, when I grow up, I also want to make them proud, because they just set an example that is like so nice, I can say. Yeah, so in that being said, I was just like, I want to make them proud, no matter how I make them proud. In this case, it was something that it's something they didn't wish I was in, because like old people or like our parents still believe in that only school can make you money, or only school can make you successful. So they weren't happy about me saying that I don't want to go to school, but I still continued with everything.
So you're this young girl, you're in a family of 12 kids.
Yes.
And you decided at some point that I don't want to go to school.
While everyone went to school.
While everyone went to school. Tell me how you came to that decision. Did you go to university? If you didn't, what did you do? Just give us a bit of insight into that.
Okay, when it comes to university, I don't even know where you apply and how.
Amen.
Yes, I stayed at home. I applied.
Yeah.
I remember correctly. I wanted to be a forensic. Actually, I wanted to do forensic. Why? Not because I'm like strong in like dealing with dead people. Nah, because of money.
Oh wow.
So, and that being said, at the same time, there was once this time whereby I sat with myself and I was like, okay, they said forensic is 7 years. Are you going to be able to learn for 7 years? I was like, nah. As much as, okay, when it comes to my mind is sharp.
You're smart. You're
I'm smart. Let me just put it that way. I'm smart. At the same time, in school, I usually learn whenever we have to write exams. I learned in the morning. So I was just like, will you be able to do that 7 years? I was like, nah.
I get you.
Nah. And then I thought to myself, what is the idea, or what is the aim, or why am I studying? I'm studying to get a qualification, but that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is to make money. So if there is another way of making money, why don't I chase it?
Yes.
So Forex came up in that way.
How did you discover Forex?
Yeah.
I mean, you come from KZN. It's not necessarily the kind of space where they're into that kind of stuff. It's not the culture there.
Yeah.
Even in Joburg, the idea of Forex is still pretty new and people are still afraid of it. How did you discover Forex, and what made you say, I'm just going to go for this?
Okay, it was a matter of fact of like needing money badly. And me needing money badly, it got me into Google researching how to make money online. In me making money, like a lot of options popped up: Forex, Bitcoin, what. I checked almost all of them, but I wasn't interested in all of them. And then I checked and then bumped into Forex, and not only into Forex, but into this one big company, which was FX Gold. And that being said, it was their lifestyle and all of that. I love cars. So they were buying cars left, right, and center. Even their lifestyle just attracted me. In me being attracted, I was like, okay, this is the place I want to be vibrating in. So in order for me to vibrate there, I shall just pull up my socks a bit. So I started learning on YouTube from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell everybody, you come from KZN, and that's not really a space that embraces Forex, right? They're still learning what it is. How did you get into Forex?
All right, I think we almost have similar ways when it comes to a lot of people, which is like, it was me being in need of money. And when you're in need of money, I know like a lot of people, the first thing they do is to go online and say how to make money online. So that's how I came across it. And me coming across it, it wasn't only that, it was just a lot, but I only got attracted into Forex. And then from there, I started learning how to trade Forex on YouTube, worked with this other company, and then taught me the foundation. And then, yeah, started trading from there.
Okay, I mean, look, we're going to go deep into Forex just now. And it's a conversation that I will be honest with you is very controversial online, right? We hear a lot about Forex scams.
True.
We see people just showing money and cars, and people are just like, how do you even achieve that? Because no one understands really how the money comes together. What do you have to say to somebody who's watching this and going, oh God, they're about to tell us about another scam. These things don't work. What would you say to those people?
Okay, I'd say that Forex works. It's really, really works. And it working, it just needs you to like put your mind in it and take time. Just know that it's not a get rich quick scheme.
Okay.
It's something, it's like school.
Yes.
It's like school. As you learn for so much years and then implement through practicals and all of those stuff. You just don't go on the practical side of everything. That's the mistake that is done by a lot of people, whereby they are quick to fund or to deposit their money just to make money in return without having the knowledge.
Okay.
But Forex is real.
So how did you develop the patience? Because you said you really wanted to make money quickly and you needed money, right? What was the timeline between you discovering Forex and then really starting to make the money?
Okay, I can say that I was also part of the people that made the same mistake, whereby I funded without having the right knowledge. I had already studied, but not enough.
I get you.
So in that being said, I also funded, lost money, thought Forex was a scam, tried again, lost money, until I got like options or like motivation from like Forex traders that start with gathering enough information. And then from there, you can fund your account. So with learning, it took me almost about less than 5 months.
Wow.
With consistent learning.
Okay, so that's
Yes.
all you were doing. You were just focused on
Learning
Forex.
Focused on Forex without even having to fund my account or anything. It was just focusing on Forex, on the knowledge only.
And you got all of that stuff online.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I want us to go into Forex so people can understand what it is. I really believe that the fact that you are so young and you're basing your entire career on this says a lot about the validity of this and how, you know, it can actually change your life.
Yeah.
So I want us to go into this. Guys, please note that this episode is sponsored by Octa. They are our dear friends on this podcast. We've had conversations about Forex before, and today we're having a different one because we've got a young woman in studio who's going to give it to us from that perspective of how do you start as trading being your only option, right? I think there's something powerful in that. And we're really trying to drive a conversation for a women's platform that Octa has started that is going to enrich women with the skills that they need to trade. So Tiran, right? Before we actually learn all the nitty-gritties, please explain to us what Forex is.
Okay. I'm just thinking of a simple term, simplest.
Yes.
Because people usually drag it until people get confused on what is Forex.
Yes.
So Forex is actually short for foreign exchange. So in it being short for foreign exchange, it is actually a comparison of currencies, national currencies. Let me just put it that way. That's the simplest form I can explain it. Is that Forex is a comparison of currencies, actually. Let me just put it that way. Or according to Google, they usually say that it is whereby the global markets exchange currencies depending on how the economy is doing and all of those stuff. So it's why in Forex you either buy or sell. If you're buying, you're betting that the economy is doing better comparing it to another. Yeah, the currency will be doing better comparing it to another. And all of that is only based on how the economy is doing. As you know that our currency can only be weak if our economy is doing bad. And our currency can be strong if our economy is doing good.
Okay, so does a person need to have like prior knowledge of the economy and politics and that kind of thing to be able to be a trader?
Not really.
Okay, so then how would you start off? Let's say I'm hearing what you're saying now. You're saying I don't need to know about the economy and politics, but I want to start learning how to trade. Where do I start?
Okay. First things first, getting the right knowledge.
Okay.
Because just defining Forex on its own cannot take you into understanding the steps towards it. So when I'm saying that you don't need to know the politics and all of those stuff, I mean, that is part of the fundamental stuff, I can say. And that being part of the fundamental stuff, it's something that you can study also and still be profitable. And also there's something called technical analysis, which is the study of historical data in order to determine what future price movement has. So it is almost like a system or a pattern. For example, let's say we have a square, a circle, and a triangle. We have a square, circle, triangle. And then we have a square circle. You definitely know what's the next. It is a triangle, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you looked at previously how the pattern was. So obviously with Forex, it's also like that. You look at previous data on what it did previously in order to understand what it might do next.
So where is the money made?
Online?
No,
What you
so
mean?
what I'm asking you is, let's say, literally from a layman, somebody who has absolutely no understanding, right? You're talking about different currencies, I'm betting, and then where do I make the money as the person who's making the predictions?
You make the money from the market, from predicting the right thing. For example, let's say, let me just make an example with South Africa versus the United States. So in South Africa, we are using ZAR, right, as our currency, and the United States use the dollar. So you remember when there was Corona? When there was Corona, our country was affected in a bad way because a lot of people lost their jobs. In a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of people were sick in a point that the government or whoever had to have more hospitals being built. So that's money coming out of our country or our economy, I can say. And in a lot of people losing their jobs, that's affecting our economy somehow in a bad way, right? And it affecting our economy in a bad way. Let's say also United States dollar was affected. Not United States dollar. Let's say also the United States was affected with coronavirus, but there's not a lot of people that lost their jobs.
Yeah.
So now we are comparing what's the United States dollar and the South African rand, betting that one is better than the other. They might both be like, both economies might not be doing good, but there's always that one that will be worse than the others. That will be worse than the others. The example that I usually make to my students is that you can't tell me that I'm ugly without comparing me with someone. Put someone and then have a comparison that, okay, Tiran is ugly because she has a big head, this one has a small head. Tiran is ugly because her eyes are big, this one's eyes are small. So that's what also we do when it comes to the Forex industry. You buy a currency betting that its economy is doing good or doing better, comparing it to the other. No matter how like both fundamentals are saying like South Africa is doing bad, United States is doing bad, but which one is the worst? I'm ugly and the other one, okay, is uglier. Which one is worse than the other? Yeah, so we're comparing two different countries' currencies, betting that one is doing better than the other.
And how come it seems like Forex people get so much money from the bets? Is it that you get a lot of money every time you're betting? Is it based on the risk of the bet? How does it work?
When it comes to how much you make, it's based on the risk. And also, I can say on whether you get it right. So you only get it right or you only get money if your predictions are correct. And when it comes to like how much you make and all of that, it's based on your risk. Because the more you risk, the more chances of you making more money and the more chances of you losing more money if it goes against you. So it depends on the risk.
And how much would someone have to start with if they're just new to it?
Okay.
Would you say put in a lot of money? Or would you say
I always say that gather
cautious?
enough information. Once you've gathered enough information, if you have the right information, you can even start with 150 rand.
Really?
Yes. If
And
you
you
have
could
the right,
make how much if you made the right prediction the first time?
You can, okay. Your question is very funny.
Is it a funny question?
It's a funny question.
I think
Trust
that's
me.
what people at home always think. I think that's what they really
That's
thinking.
what they always ask. It's okay,
Yeah.
Tiran, if I can put 200 rand, how much will I make? Like,
Yeah.
yo, that question.
Not that simple.
Nah, the question is just like, yo, the day you understand Forex,
Yeah.
ask me that question again and tell me
Yes.
if you won't laugh at yourself.
Okay.
So with that one, I can say that with 150 rand, you can make a lot. You can take 150 rand to 1,000, from 1,000 to 5,000, from a 5,000 to how it, you can just make money. With the right information or with the right knowledge, you can make a lot.
Can Forex be a side hustle?
Yes.
Can it? Because to me, okay, this is my vision or
Okay.
what I envision Forex to look like. Someone sitting at a desk and they're like three screens and they're just there the whole time checking
Not
graphs that are moving up and down.
Surely they confuse you.
Exactly. It looks confusing. It looks like it's a full-time job. So how can it be a side hustle?
Okay. Forex opens 24 hours, 5 days. The one that I trade, 5 days.
Okay.
Okay, there are some pairs that open, indexes and all of that Saturday and Sunday, but I don't trade that. So if I always say, if you're able to have time to sleep, you have time to trade.
Okay.
So, because it's opened 24 hours.
Okay.
So, and when it comes to Forex, it doesn't take time to analyze and all of those stuff. You can take even less than 30 minutes analyzing and all of those stuff. If you're like a person that works like, let's say 6 to 6, 6 to 6, you are able to analyze maybe before 5 and all of those stuff. And then there are orders called limit orders, or I should say pending orders in the Forex market, whereby you set them and say, when price reaches this level, can it execute a trade for me? You are not there, it automatically executes a trade for you.
see.
That's something you can use as a 6 to 6 kind of person.
Okay.
Those pending orders. You analyze before 5, before you go to work, and then set your pending orders that when price reaches this level, can it buy for me? Or when price reaches this level, can it sell for me? And then you take it from there. You have your stop loss in place, you take profits in place. Your stop loss is the one to prevent you having additional losses. If price still goes against you, you have it set right there, just in case price goes against you. Or take profit also. It's like protects or locks your profit automatically while you're not there. So those are the stuff that automatically are done for you on your behalf. So you can set that before you go to work, and then you come back from work, you're checking if did it go your way or the opposite way.
So if you have a platform like Octa, they facilitate that kind of stuff for you.
Yes.
And what you need is to have the knowledge that's probably on the platform as well. And a Tiran in your life. And if they teach you the right things, you can use the platform optimally. Basically, that's what you're saying.
And what's nice also about Octa is that they have an app that is very, very friendly, which if you don't have the knowledge, it offers you with free knowledge.
Okay. Free knowledge, she
Free
says.
knowledge.
On this podcast, we love to empower women, whether they're professionals, entrepreneurs, creatives, it doesn't matter. And part of the conversations we have about empowerment are actually about the challenges that women face in the spaces they occupy. From my knowledge, I know that the trading space tends to be very male dominated, right? But there has been some research that shows that a lot of women actually are starting to participate in the Forex space. Can you share some of the challenges that you've had as a female trader?
All right. When it comes to challenges, I can say I faced problems of like insults. That's the first thing.
Insults?
Yeah.
From who? About what?
From people.
Okay.
And also like people telling me that this is not for women. Like I won't make it. Yeah, it was most of all that, and people believing that because I'm a woman, I'm unable to teach Forex, or I don't have the right information. Like there's something lacking compared to males. I can say those are the problems I kind of faced. Other than that,
and how did you overcome the challenges?
it was proving them that I'm able to do it with whatever they say. Okay, I can say the Forex space is mostly occupied by males.
Okay.
And that being said, and what I don't understand the most is like, why is it males? You know why? Because there's something called in our brains gray matter, ne? And it it's like a cell that stores information and all of those stuff. It's like, let me just, in simple terms, I can say it is processing unit. So women has much more gray matter compared to male,
Yes.
which simply means that they're able to store more information, and with their memory also, it helps also with memory. They're able to like do more than men, because the gray matter, when it comes to men, comparing it with females, it's much more.
Yeah.
So simply meaning that women could be the one dominating it. Why? Because they have a bigger processing unit compared to men. And also when it comes to memory, they're able to memorize things more than men. And also when it comes to like breaking down stuff, they are like much more compared to males. So I don't understand how come aren't we dominating this industry?
The space.
Yeah, I feel like also it's because women are scared to take risks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Have you found that Octa helps manage that? Is it a community that's more inclusive for women? What are you seeing in the platform that's helping women thrive in trading?
All right. Octa just opened or just launched a woman trading camp, which they'll be assisting women in Forex, whether you're a beginner or an advanced or an intermediate trader, just for free, whereby they even organized speakers that are experienced when it comes to Forex trading. And that being said, we'll be like offering free information right there from beginner stage till advanced stage. And also it will be a community of sharing our like success stories and also our struggles when it comes to Forex trading. We'll be meeting up and us meeting up, having trading sessions together starting from the 6th of May. They also offer a Telegram group whereby you are able to like meet other traders and all of that, which have the same drive as you. Maybe there is a female that have been like wishing to know how to trade Forex. They don't have the funds, or they haven't got the right people. Octa is just here for them. Octa just opened that platform for them, a safe space for them.
I like what you're saying. And I know we've got people at home watching going, okay, Mara ish label, we've heard this before. We know that you guys are going to be pro Octa, and this is a sponsored episode. As Tiran, who literally you live, breathe Forex, that's what you do, right? What message would you give the African person watching, especially the African woman, about the limiting beliefs they have about what trading really is? Because I remember you even said that where you come from, they think it's demonic, right? So there is that barrier to people saying, I want to learn about this and make the money from it. What message would you have for African people, especially African women, about Forex?
Okay, when it comes to that, I'd say it's possible. Just believe in yourself, because if you don't, who will? And that being said, also just take your time. Take your time by all means. In you taking your time, just make sure that you have the right information and you are investing much time as you can. Whatever you want in life, I usually say that the universe listens. Whatever you want in life, you are able to get it. No matter what background you are coming from, no matter what the situation you are going through right now, but it is possible. As I said, that I'm not coming from a privileged family. And if I can tell you a story on how did I get my first course when it comes to like getting funds, you won't believe it.
Tell us. We want to know.
I had to lower my pride. One thing about me, I'm hyper where I'm comfortable. And that being said, so locally I was very hyper, like someone who's outgoing. And that being said, as I didn't get like funding at home when it comes to like support and all of that in something they don't believe in, which I totally understood about it because they were not well informed about it. So I had to lower my pride and make sure that I ask neighbors, can I wash your windows?
Wow.
Can I wash your sneakers? And all of that. At that time, a lot of people laughed at me because they didn't know what was my goal and what was I believing in and like why was I doing it. So you are the only one who understands what do you want and why you want that thing and how bad you want it. So just shut the noise and then do you.
I like that. That's a great message, because people always, when we look at Forex, we just see the glamour.
Yeah.
But we never know how the people started.
And also, you know what I wish? To whoever who's starting Forex trading, I wish I could say to them, delete social media.
Wow.
In
Okay.
order not to be pressurized and all of that stuff and all of those stuff. And ask yourself, this person learned for like 5 months or a year. I've learned for over 2 years, but still I'm not making it. So that's where a lot of people start getting it wrong. They think that we are all going to succeed at the same time. I usually make an example that we can all climb a taxi, but we have different stops. And us having different stops, we will all arrive at where we are going, but in different times.
Yes.
So don't compare yourself with another person because you're not the same.
Yes.
Just focus on your journey. Make sure, like, if it was according to me, I was going to even look for a box whereby they'll just be locked in it without looking at what other people or other traders are doing.
Yes.
That's how you can quicken or fasten like the process in you progressing. It's just you focusing on yourself.
It's like, the questions I'm about to ask you, because I was actually going to ask you, what are some of the mistakes that novices make? Obviously, you've mentioned that they compare themselves to other people and lifestyle creep because of social media. Are there other mistakes, technical mistakes that they make in the beginning?
Okay, I'd say they rush to funding without having the right knowledge. And that being said, also, they only think that Forex works once they need money urgently, not when they're just normal, in their normal states that, okay, I'm not in need of money. I just want to learn in order to make money.
Yes.
Now, they only think of it once they are rushing to have money.
I get
Gandhi, it's like something that is a process.
Yes.
You build up on it.
It's a continuous thing.
It's a
you don't start
continuous-
and stop
yes,
and start and
yes,
stop.
yes.
I like what you're saying, Tiran. And you know what? It's so interesting because with what you're saying, no one has actually ever shared that kind of story with me when we speak about Forex. And I like how relatable you're making it. Like anything you pursue, you have to work hard towards
Yes,
it.
yes.
And you're going to have to make sacrifices.
True.
Okay, so you are the GOAT of Forex. You're the best female trader.
The
These are
best.
Tyron's words. And I love the audacity of making those statements. I will always support that. Tell us 3 amazing things that Forex has done for your life and where you see yourself going with Forex. You're only 21 now. You've got your whole life ahead of you. Where do you see yourself going with Forex?
With Forex, according to me, on where I'm going, I wish I could have more companies than I have right now. I have 2 so far. And me having 2 so far, I've managed to do a lot of stuff at home. Everything actually that I wish to do at home, I'm almost done with it.
Taking care of your parents.
Not even
What?
taking
What?
care
What?
small.
Okay. Tell
Taking
us
care
more. So what did you do? What are you doing?
Yeah, I always wished I could build for my family. So yeah, that was possible. And that being said, also I'm taking care of them. Like along the way, I wish my dad can retire and then I just fully take care of him, which personally I think that's impossible because he's more of a busy person.
He likes to work.
Yeah, he likes to work. He's someone that likes to work. And then where I wish to be or where is Forex taking me? I wish to one day own an academy. And me owning an academy, it wasn't only that. I wished also like Forex can be introduced into universities or colleges, like whereby they don't even pay for it. They don't even pay to learn how to make money. Because I feel like, okay, I won't speak about the system much on how the system is, but some things that I learned in school are like, yeah.
They're not useful for everyday life.
They're not useful. And that being said, also, like, I once spoke to one person that, how about if Forex was introduced as a subject in school, in high school? And that being said, because not all of them are going to make it through school. Some of the people are not talented when it comes to, like,
academics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Forex doesn't need you to be smart. Some are good in digits. Some are good in like analyzing some stuff and observing and all of those stuff. What about those people? So in that being said, if Forex can be introduced in high school as a subject, it will help them to make money at an early age. In them being helped to like make money at an early age, it could change a lot of stuff. It could decrease unemployment rate and all of those stuff, rather than just being taught on how to draw a crocodile and all of those stuff. That doesn't help at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't help at all. So if one day, it's just that I don't even know what's the process in having to introduce that. If one day, like Forex can be introduced into high school, if not high school, universities where people don't pay for it, they just learn how to make money and be able to make money. I feel like it'll change our economy big time. Yeah, it'll just decrease unemployment rates because there are a lot of people that have studies, that have degrees, diplomas, and still staying at home.
That's true.
I don't even want to mention when it comes to like, it's not even luck mostly that people get employed. I don't even want to mention the part that connections. If you don't have someone in the field you want to get into, you can't get into it. So, Forex is much better because you don't need someone inside in order to be inside. You need the knowledge yourself.
Yeah.
Because no one can feed you the knowledge.
I love that.
It's different. It's different because with other companies, you need someone that is inside in order for you to be inside. They just,
I mean, Tiran, you've actually unpacked Forex really nicely, and the core of what you've just said now is that unlike other industries and systems, Forex is actually democratized.
True.
It allows anybody who's willing to participate and possibly win, which is a great thing. And we spoke about financial freedom, the fact that when you have these tools like Octa and the knowledge and the skill, you've got the opportunity to be financially free, to make the kind of money that allows you to pursue your dreams.
And what's nice about it also is that it's not like other career choices. What do I mean by that? With Forex trading, there are things called demo accounts whereby you are able to train yourself through them before even going to the real life or the real account.
Yeah.
So when it comes to other career choices, you make mistakes along the way inside, you can't even reverse them. While in Forex trading, there is something to train you with, like, that is almost like money. You are able to check, okay, I'm going this way, I'm progressing, I'm not progressing. Like, the strategy is working, it's not working, let me change it, and all of those stuff, and fix your mistakes while you're not using your money at all.
Yeah.
Well, in other career choices or in other careers, you learn as you go. You make your mistake, you get demoted or whatsoever, or they cut your salary because you broke something inside the workplace and all of that while learning and all of those stuff.
Yeah.
You learn along the way. While in Forex, you're not losing anything while you're learning with money.
Yes. I like the idea of a demo account, Most women, especially African women, are carrying a lot of responsibilities.
True.
So they can't afford to just be risky with their money in the way that other people can. And I like that idea that Octa helps you mitigate risk by playing first, figuring it out with the demo account, and then it's playing. And I think play is very, very good. Play is very good because you get to experiment without the pressure of risk.
True.
So I call that playing, and I think it's important for us to play in any industry we're in. I'm in a few industries and I play a lot. I find that process gives you the confidence to start doing the thing properly, So I like the idea of a demo account and that it mitigates that risk, especially for women. Tiran, you're a powerhouse. Do you know that?
I try.
Do you know? I hope that
try.
everywhere you go, people tell you that you're achieving a lot of things. And thank you for coming to this podcast and sharing a few of your insights about Forex. I can't wait to see you in the women's community. Is there anything else you want to say before we end off this podcast?
To women or everyone?
You can choose. But obviously for me, I'm biased. I'm going to say to women, but you can decide.
All right, let me start just to women only. I'd say that let us dominate this industry. We have all the capabilities to dominate. Like, I don't understand why we're not dominating. And also, just forget about the myths whereby they say that Forex trading is for men and all of that. That's not true. And forget about people telling you that Forex is hard. Forex is not hard at all. Okay, let me just get it to everyone now. Forex is not hard at all. I usually say it's tricky. And it being tricky, I usually make I'm good in examples, trust me. I usually make an example that it's like you in primary school they teach you what is 1 + 1, it's 2. What is 2 + 1, it's 3. Sharp. And then when you come to an exam, they say 1 plus 1, it's 2, plus 2, it's 4, minus 1, it's 3. You see, they're playing around everything they taught you. They taught you the basics, but if you understand the basics, you are able to tackle around everything. They taught you what is 1 plus 1, it's 2, what is 2 plus 1 is 3. When you get into an exam, they teach you, they like have an exam set, what is 1 plus 1? Plus 2, it's 4, minus 1, it's 3. It's still taking out the answer they taught you. It's just that it needs you to play around the basics. Also, Forex is just like that. If you master the basics, you'll be able to play around everything. It's just like maths.
I like that.
It's
I
just
like that.
Maths.
So women need to dominate the Forex industry.
It's not hard
It's not hard
at all.
And it's ours to dominate because we've got that gray matter.
Yeah, that gray matter is huge.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Lebo Lion Show. Please do go and click in our description below. We've got the link to
subscribe.
click it. Oh, she says click and subscribe. Please do that. We've got the link to the women's community. Join us and learn how to do Forex in a safe environment with other like-minded powerhouses who want to build the lives of their dreams and who want to empower the communities that they serve. You guys know this is really up my alley. That's what we mostly talk about on this podcast. So I'm excited to meet a lot of you on that community. The link is in the description. I know some of you are going to ask me, Lebo, where is the link? It's in the description. Lebo, where is the link? It's in the description. Lebo, where is the link? It's in the description. The thing underneath the video. That's where the link is. Click on that link and join us. It's going to be a really great time. And guys, don't forget to follow me on social media at @levelline_SA. Tiran, your social media handles?
Yes, it's Tiran _the_goat.
Tiran,
the goat.
Tiran.
Yeah, TIRAN _the_goat.
There you go. Follow two powerhouses on social media. Learn more about Forex. Learn more about business. Let's take over this world. Until next time, don't forget, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Toodles.
Bye.
Come let me teach you a lesson. Come let me teach you a lesson. Level line with the tweets. Follow me back to my nest. Level line with the podcast. Teach you lesson cause I got class. Level line with the impact. You be lying, that's a real fact. Come let me teach you a lesson.